What it do, everybody? This is your boy Juggernaut097, and I am back here with another prediction video for you guys. And today, we're going to be talking about Impact Wrestling Bound for Glory 2022. And today, I got kicking it with Leo. How's it going, Leo?
I'm great, man. I'm great.
It's your first ever Bound for Glory this is the first Impact Wrestling predictions
It really
with me.
is. And pay per
So,
view.
and pay-per-view. So, man, this is going to be fun. This is going to be fun. So, tell me, like, do you know anything that's happening on the show? Like,
I
have
know
you
we're
been watching a
getting.
little bit?
I did. This is my first time doing Impact. As like I said earlier, I did catch this past week's episode. I'm intrigued a little bit because like the whole thing. I got to see the Motor City Machine Guns for the first time on Impact. Uh, as you guys know, that's one of my favorite tag teams right now. I'm looking forward to that. I'm also looking forward to the open challenge by Brian Myers to see who's possibly going to step up to challenge him for that title. And I'm also looking forward to the gauntlet match that we're also getting as well.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be an interesting show, and the show's happening this Friday, which is October 7th.
Yeah.
And we got a comment right here in the chat right down here. It says, "I'm on a 45 minute. No, I'm 45
I
minutes
am.
north of Albany. LOL." Ah, nice, man. Nice. That's what's up. You gonna be going to Bound for Glory? Question. So I don't know. But yeah, let's quit wasting time. Let's get started with these predictions. So the first matchup we're gonna be talking about is the countdown to Bound for Glory. We got Brian Myers doing the open challenge, and I'm wondering, like, I'm wondering who his opponent's gonna be. Like, it could be there could be so many people. Like, it could be someone from like a different company. It could be someone from like Impact. I mean, who knows? It could be a free agent. Like the Forbidden Door. Um, but I have a feeling that maybe it could be Matt Cardona. He could be making his return to Impact because, like, I mean, he's not injured anymore. So I think that'd be interesting to see Matt Cardona come back and like take the title off of Brian Myers because Matt Cardona never lost the title in the first place. So I feel like that'd be pretty interesting to see those two guys go out, best friends and stuff. So yeah, who do you think is going to be his opponent?
I kind of agree with you. I'm on the same wave as you. I think Matt Cardona will make his return since he didn't lose the title. I think that would be a good way to bring him back. Have him try to go after the title that he never lost and hopefully reclaim the title that he never lost. But that's only time will tell.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I like I said, I think it could be anybody. I mean, who knows?
It
It
really
could.
can. Like I'm trying to think of people who could actually step up. I think Kushida's injured right now. Last time I checked, he
Hmm.
would have been a good opponent. It's so many people, like you said. It's so many people. It could be anybody at this point. You can have anybody from Impact, a different company, or just a one night appearance. You can have anybody at this point.
Yeah, exactly. So there's not much else to talk about that match. So we'll move on to the next match, which is on the actual card. We got the call your shot gauntlet. So basically, if you guys never seen a call your shot gauntlet match, so basically it's like any battle royal. But the two last competitors, it becomes a just a normal one-on-one match, and basically you can go for any title. You can go for any title here because like they got knockouts in here. They got So if you want to go for like the tag team titles, you can go for those. If you want to go for the Impact World title, you can go for that. If you want to go for the Knockouts title, you can go for that. I mean, X Division, so on and so forth. So the competitors we have in this match are Bhupinder Gujar, Rich Swan, PCO, Sammy Callahan, Moose, Steve Macklin, Heath, Giselle Shaw, and the debuting Bobby Fish. And there's like 11 more competitors to be announced, which um, so far they have been announced, but they'll probably be like maybe Chris Bay might be in this match, maybe Ace Austin, maybe some other members um, of Honor No More might be in this match. I mean, it's so wide open, and the Forbidden Door type of stuff, with AEW because like they do some things with New Japan as well. like Yu Uemura. I always say his name wrong, but I think that's how you pronounce his name. Yeah, Yu Uemura. I think he could probably be in this match. Um, but my prediction, I think that it's going to come down to, um, we just got done seeing Sam McCallahan and like Moose and like Steve Macklin being in this like rivalry, like this. They had a barbed wire, everything match, or everything barbed wire. It's not something like that. I have a feel, and Steve Macklin won that match. So I have a feeling that it's going to come down to like maybe Steve Macklin and maybe like Bobby Fish. Or maybe it could be Steve Macklin and Moose because they were former friends and now they turned enemies on each other. Or maybe they might work together up until the end, and then when it comes down to the end, they have to take each other out. But I have a feeling that I think I'm going to stick to my first thing. I'm going to stick with Steve Macklin and Bobby Fish. Now, but the winner of the match, I think it's going to be Steve Macklin because I think it's time to push him because like they've been really giving them some big wins on Impact as of recent, and it'd be another start to add on Impact and stuff. So yeah, give me Steve Macklin to win this match here. Who do you have?
So I did catch Impact, and the way they kind of teased it, Bobby Fish, he was talking about how the pay-per-view is going to be in his hometown.
Mm-hmm.
And he says he kind of teased like he wants to see a match between him and Josh Alexander.
Mm-hmm.
I think we get Bobby Fish winning the Call Your Shot gauntlet and then goes on to compete for the world championship against Josh Alexander at some point.
I mean, last year we had Moose that won the Call Your Shot
Exactly.
gauntlet, and he cashed in it's basically like a Money in the Bank briefcase.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can come in and like call your shot anytime, basically like after the match, and then like how Moose did last year. So I mean, who knows? Maybe they might do the same thing. I mean, that kind of be really predictable to do. But then again, I wouldn't surprise me if like Moose did the same thing this year. Like if he won, I mean, I wouldn't be a fan of it. Or
Nah, I don't
maybe
think he should win.
yeah, but I think it's either Steve Macklin or Bobby Fish to win this match.
Yeah.
And I don't think that Bobby Fish he would do it like in a cheap way. Like I think, hey, go like, hey, I want to have a match with you here on this date, at this show, against whoever it is, or who knows, maybe Eddie Edwards wins the title, maybe they have Heath win the match
Ooh,
or something.
that's a good one.
I don't know, but it's very wide open right now. But I have a feeling I know which way they're going to go with this. But we'll move on to the next match, which we have is Mickie James going up against Mia Yim. And this is a career-threatening match for Mickie James. So basically, she's doing this whole thing where she did this a while back on Impact, where she said the next time she loses the match, she's going to retire. And now there's contract things going up like with Mia Yim right now, which she hasn't. I don't know if she's like resigned a contract yet, or maybe she might be heading back to WWE. I mean, who knows? But with that being said, I don't feel like it's. I think it's kind of like a little too early to have Mickie James lose. Like maybe they have her win like a few more matches, and then maybe sometime next year, like when she because she's kind of going back up the ladder again. So maybe when they get her some like bigger opponents and stuff, maybe that's when she finally loses. I mean, not saying that Mia Yim is a big opponent, but I just don't feel like if Mia Yim hasn't re-signed a contract, why have her beat Mickie? Like, why have her retire Mickie James? So, but I think this match can go either way. But yeah, Mickie James is definitely going to win this match, though. What about you?
I agree the same way. I think Mickie James will win. I think you will keep building her up. Maybe she challenges like the Knockouts champion at some point within the next year, and then she loses there, and then she retires after that. But like you said, Mia Yim, she's going to be a good opponent. And then if you watch Impact, they had that whole little video package of their earlier days in Mia Yim's career. So I'm glad that they kind of used that in part of the story. But I think Mia Yim, since she's not re-signed right now, as of right now, like of us recording this video, she hasn't resigned, and my contract's literally up the day after Bound for Glory. So it's only fitting that you have Mia Yim lose here.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. But I'll be really surprised if they have Mickey James. I mean, this is the biggest pay per view for Impact. So
Exactly.
then again, I wouldn't be surprised, but I just think it's too early to have her lose. Like, have her get build up and like beat more opponents, and this have a good strong showing from Mia Yim here. So yeah. Move on to the next match, which we have is the Knockouts World Tag Team titles on the line. We got VXT, Chelsea Green, and Deonna Purrazzo defending the titles against Death Dolls, which is Taya Valkyrie and Jessica. She's not Jessica with a K. That's what they're calling her now. Not Jessica Havoc. And Rosemary is going to be in the corner of Death Dolls. So basically, what the whole storyline behind this was Jessica, she's kind of has this new gimmick where she's not like very dark, like she's this more like happy type of character and stuff. And they're trying to pull out this dark side of Jessica Havoc and stuff. Which she's kind of been hinting, that she still wants to be a little dark. And then I think it was at a couple specials ago. It feels like so long since that Death Dolls lost the titles, but yeah, VXT beat them a while back, and then they finally said, hey, they want a rematch at Bound for Glory. So that's how this match got underway. But I feel like it's too early to take the titles off VXT here. I feel like VXT is going to retain. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say about this match. I mean, it's going to be a fine match, but yeah, what do you think, Leo?
I think VXT will retain. They kind of teased a little bit of dissension amongst the three, like over the last Impact that they did. I don't know if that's going to play a factor here, but some way, somehow, I think VXT is going to figure out some way, somehow, to overcome the odds and walk out with the titles. VXT to retain.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I think we've been on the same page pretty much so far.
I think so, except for
for the call you shot.
Yeah, except for that one.
For that one. And then the next match we're going to be talking about is the X Division Championship match. We got Mike Bailey defending the title against Impact Wrestling's Frankie Kazarian. And Frankie Kazarian, he's no stranger to Impact Wrestling. He used to wrestle here for the longest of time. Back when Christopher Daniels was around also. So like I said, he's no stranger to Impact and the X Division title. He's a 4-time X Division champion. I think this is going to be an awesome match, but the one problem I really have with the X Division title right now is that there's really no storylines around the title. Like the last time we probably had a story around the title was with Trey Miguel and Steve Maclin, when Steve Maclin captured Trey Miguel, which was hilarious. I feel like that Mike Bailey's going to retain. I think it's going to be an awesome match. I just don't feel like... I mean, that'd be cool for like shock value to have Frankie Kazarian win. Have him win a 5th title. Even though he's not with the company. Who knows? Maybe he takes it back. Maybe he takes the X Division title to AEW with him. I don't know. And really, Frankie Kazarian hasn't been much on AEW as well.
No.
But I think this is gonna be an awesome match. But yeah, Mike Bailey's gonna retain here. Like, yeah, he's not losing the title. What do you think?
I think Mike Bailey is going to retain as well. I think this match will appear to be like one of those matches like where people feel like it won't steal the show, but it actually will shock a lot of people. Because like I think there's always that one match that's on any pay-per-view card that it feels like it's thrown together, but it ends up working out and really stealing the show. And I think this is going to be one of those matches. I think in this match, Frankie Kazarian is really going to show up and show out. And just show a lot of fans that even though he's up in age, he still has it in the ring. And he can actually hang with like the newer generation of wrestlers. But I think Mike Bailey is going to retain that X Division Championship.
Okay. And then the next match we have here is the Impact World Tag Team titles on the line. We got the Kingdom Mike Bennett and Matt Taven, going up against the Motor City Machine Guns, and also Mike Bennett and Matt Taven. They are part of Honor No More here. And Motor City Machine Guns, they won a number of contenders match a couple weeks ago on Impact against Aussie Open, which it was a good match. I feel like sometimes Motor City Machine Gun matches are usually about the same. You know, they do their usual tag team maneuvers and stuff. I don't know because I feel like this match can go either way, but I feel like Impact is trying to tell the story like with Honor No More trying to take control of Impact. You know, they're trying to take every title. You know, what made sense was, you know, kind of going back to the X Division title. I feel like they should have had Kenny King in that, you know, to go like, okay, yeah, basically Honor No More is in every, you know, they're going for all the titles here. They're going for all the gold. Like, they just want to control this company. But then again, I could see the Motor City Machine Guns, you know, for nostalgic reasons, having them win here because this is the 20th anniversary of Impact Wrestling. So I mean, you know, for nostalgic reasons, have Motor City Machine Guns win because like they are one of the most influential tag teams of like any company. Like, so, you know what? I'm gonna say that the Kingdom retain here. I think it's too early to take the titles off of them. Who knows? Maybe they go to have a couple series of matches. Maybe, yeah. I feel like that the Kingdom's going to win here, though. What do you think is going to happen?
Like you said, it can go either way, and like I feel like the story of having Honor try to take all the titles is a good story, but I think I'm gonna go for something different here, just to the fact, not just for the sake of us having different predictions, but I think it could work. I'm gonna go with Motor City Machine Guns to win the tag team titles because you can have that story coming out of it. Like Eddie can probably is just in case if he wins the championship, he can be like, "What happened? I won the championship. You guys didn't hold your end of the bargain, the bargain, or whatever."
Bargain, yeah.
Yeah. So it kind of causes a little bit of dissension, and I feel like that's a thing that you like to see with some of these factions. Like you build them strong, but I like to see that tease of like they might break up, but they just keep going until they actually break up. And I feel like this is like one of the first steps to possibly getting a breakup down the line. But
and then we also saw some dissension between like with PCO and Vincent
exactly.
on with Honor No More. They've been teasing that for a while here, like how Eddie Edwards really doesn't trust PCO, like how he doesn't think he's like a weak link. And you know, I feel like sometimes they make Honor No More look like jobbers a little bit, like they make them look like chumps, like how they make. A while back, they were making them lose like every match. Like why are they keeping these guys around? Like, why are they keeping this faction around? So I don't know. I feel like there's going to be starting to have some dissension, but I think it's I don't know. I feel like it might be a little too early, but hey, at least we got a little different predictions here.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll move on to the next match though, which we have is a Knockouts Championship on the line. We got Jordan Grace defending the title against Masha Slamovich, which Masha Slamovich, she's undefeated right now in Impact Wrestling. She went like she's like on a 14-0 winning streak, and then she beat Deon Purrazzo last month to become number one contender. Yeah, so it was sometime back in August where she became number one contender. So, and also they've been having like these kind of series of matches where like pick your poison matches. So Masha picked Max the Impaler to face Jordan Grace at Victory Road, which Jordan Grace won. You know, why wouldn't have her win? And then this past Impact, we had Masha Slamavich's opponent. It was Alley Catch, which Masha beat Alley Catch in a Monsters Ball match. So they both won their Pick Your Poison matches. So they're both heading into this pay-per-view pretty strong here. But I have a feeling that why not put the title on Masha here? You know, it could build a new knockout here, a heel knockout. You can have some baby faces going for a title and stuff. So, I mean, put the title on Masha here. Leo, what do you think?
I'm also going for Masha. I think you want to build, if you have a woman like that that's undefeated right now, you can do two things with this. You can have Masha win and like have baby faces go after her, and you can basically have Jordan Grace go on this like redemption story to get back to the title, and then at some point down the line, maybe you have them face off again, and Jordan Grace gets the win there. So, but I think Masha definitely is going to win this right here.
Yeah. And you know what? And why ruin her momentum? You know, having her lose a match because like where would she go after this? So I mean, it's only right to have Masha win the title here. And then we got the main event of the evening. We got the Impact World Title on the line. Josh Alexander is defending the title against Eddie Edwards. Now, this storyline, there really hasn't been much of a storyline for this match. I mean, basically, Eddie Edwards won this. It was a 5-way match, and Eddie Edwards won, so that's how he became number one contender. But I mean, Josh Alexander, don't get me wrong, he's been putting on some great matches on these pay-per-views and like against people. But like his characters, both of these characters are kind of bland right now. They don't really have much character. I mean, Eddie Edwards is basically your typical like indie wrestler, and Josh Alexander, he reminds me of like a younger version of like Kurt Angle and stuff. Back when Kurt Angle went on his title reign in Impact Wrestling. But then again, I mean, Kurt Angle, he had a better character and stuff. I mean, he was more known also, you know, from the WWE. But yeah, I feel like ever since you know, they were doing a great storyline with Josh Alexander and Moose last year. And then after once Josh Alexander finally won the title, they're like, okay, yeah, we crossed the finish line. Yeah, we don't have to do too much more booking. You know, we could make him look really bland. Which no, I mean, like I said, I mean, he's been putting on great matches, but like the storyline really hasn't been there. So I have a feeling that they're gonna, you know, with the whole like Honor No More trying to take over everything, I feel like that Eddie Edwards is gonna win the title here. I don't know. There's like a feeling in my gut. You know how I'm saying when you have a feeling in your gut, you know you should go with it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with Eddie Edwards to become the new Impact World Champion. What about you?
I mean, this one could go either way because I feel like the story, there's really no story to it. It's like basically like their whole promo that they've been having over like the last Impact. Josh was just like saying, you turned your back on everything that you stood for. And basically, I think that's the only story is like Eddie Edwards just turned on Impact and joined with Honor No More and stuff like that. I think I will give Josh Alexander props because he actually stepped into the ring with every member of Honor No More and like tried to throw it down with each and every one of them. So I will give respect to that because some wrestlers would not do that. But I just think for some reason, I feel like we might get a retention here. I feel like you want to continue building up your world title division around Josh Alexander. I mean, yeah, he's had a lengthy reign, but I just can't see Eddie winning just yet. If it was like at a different, if they continue this feud to like their next pay-per-view, maybe I could see him winning there, but I just don't see it happening here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So those were our Impact Wrestling Bound for Glory 2022 predictions. I think it's gonna be a good show. I really do. It's gonna be an interesting show. Me and Leo we're probably gonna be doing a live stream for that and SmackDown as well. So we're gonna be, you know, doing coverage of both shows. So that's gonna be fun.
Yeah,
that's gonna be fun. And then also we got predictions later on this week coming up for Extreme Rules on both of our channels. So stay tuned for that. You know, that is going to be on Saturday, October 8th. So stay tuned for that show. And then also we're going to be on the Flug Zone podcast. You know, we're going to be doing AEW Dynamite watch along. So,
yes,
you know, like always. And we're going to probably be doing Extreme Rules predictions with the Flug Zone as well, you know, to see. I don't know who the champion right now, who the prediction champion is right now. I think
we gotta talk to Byron about that. I don't know who's the prediction.
Yeah, I don't know who the prediction champion is right now. I feel like it's vacant right now, but I might be mistaken.
We'll see.
But yeah, we got a lot of wrestling to cover this weekend, and you know, Monday Night Raw tonight. You know, we probably we already know who White Rabbit is, but they're not going to be. They're kind of going to be giving away tonight, but like they won't be showing up tonight.
Maybe to like Extreme Rules.
Yeah, that's why I heard to like Extreme Rules. So
yeah,
I mean, it's a lot of wrestling this weekend. It's gonna be fun.
A lot of wrestling.
And Leo, go ahead and plug your channel. Tell everybody, let everybody know where they can find you.
Yeah, so my channel is Kicking It with Leo. I do wrestling content, gaming content, horror content. We're on the road to 400. We're 2 subscribers away from that milestone. We're at 398. Go check out my recent video where I basically did a fantasy booking video for Dana Brooks. So hopefully I did okay for that video. I think that's like the first fantasy booking I did in probably a couple months. So I think that's the whole thing with my fantasy booking videos that I do. I want to take somebody like a jobber and try to make my main eventer instead of like doing how other people do it. Like they already get a made star and then build them. I wouldn't. I get why people do that, but I just wanted to change it up a little bit. But yeah, I got more videos on the way. My Extreme Rules predictions will be coming possibly tomorrow, so be on the lookout for that.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe we might put it on both of our channels, and that's how we do our predictions. Who knows?
I mean, I'm down.
Yeah, and then also, go hit the subscribe button on my channel as well, and also hit the like button. Turn on the notifications to be notified every time I make a new video. And all the links will be down in the description below for Leo's channel and all the other social media platforms. Because you can go follow me on Twitter and Instagram at the True JSB. But with that being said, this is your boy Juggernaut and Leo saying peace out, and we will catch you guys in the next video whenever that may be. So, peace out.
Yes.